Okay, so if you would like to learn the Simple Man solo, I'm gonna have two different takes on the tutorial. So, and one of them, I'm just gonna play the notes. I'll go very slowly. There'll be close-ups. I'm just showing you what to do. I'm not explaining the guitar at all. I'm just playing. I'll play it with a metronome, and I'll slowly speed it up. And if you are already familiar with your 5 pentatonic patterns, well, I mean, you could get away with, like, if you just know the main blues pentatonic pattern, right? As long as you know that one and you're familiar with bending strings, then you'll be fine just watching that first video. But if you need to learn about pentatonic patterns, if you need to learn about bends, if you want to learn more about the guitar while learning this solo, you'd want to take option number 2, where I'm going to explain what patterns I use, how did I find the notes on the guitar, how do I see them on the guitar when I'm playing, and I'm just going to do a deep dive, I guess, into playing the guitar, as well as learning the solo. So the links to those 2 paths are down below, so have at it. If you're not sure if you should learn this solo, this is a great beginning epic solo. So it's not as easy as Smells Like Teen Spirit, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Seven Nation Army, solos like that. I've got videos on those too. If you're brand new to solos, take a look at those. But if you're ready to take on an epic solo, this is a pretty good one. Because yeah, pentatonic pattern and bends, that's all you need. So, all right. So in this video, I'm gonna take a look at how I recorded this. Just for any of you that are curious as to how I did that, I'm not gonna explain how to play this. So anyway, tutorials, click. If you want to learn a bit about how I made this track, then watch now. All right, so I didn't use any microphones or real drum set for this. I used a MIDI controller for the drums, my little MIDI keyboard, and then I played the guitar parts on a guitar, but plugged directly into my interface using some plugins. Now the drums, those are stock Logic plugins. I picked Retro Rock just because I felt like the snare and the kick were pretty close. When I pick a drum sound, that's usually where I'll start. I mean, the other thing would of course be like the hi-hats, but if you select these producer kits, you can change those. That's something I like about that. I think you can change them here too. No, you cannot. So in order to change any of this stuff, you've got to pick the producer kit. So we'll go to the producer kit. That's not gonna work. So, that doesn't sound like anything. What's going on? Yeah, that's kind of like too much presence, too much boom. Which, like, you can change the overheads. I don't know why it's so loud. It's just obnoxious. Oh, down here in this room. So I guess like this kit would have worked. Just pull some room out of it. Anyway, so I went with Retro Rock. Delete this guy. I did change some stuff. So I went into the drum kit and I did change the kick to, I think it's like vintage. Yeah, vintage felt. I also changed the ride to vintage bright. Just that bell. sounded better there. I don't know, Modern Dry's pretty good too, though. I think it started off with a modern, but anyway. Yeah, so I changed to Vintage Dark. And then I changed the kit. I left the snare on what it was. I guess, you know, we could change that too. Nah, we're gonna leave it there. Anyway, so as far as the kick pattern, if I remember properly, let's see here. So what we have is I'm gonna show you me playing that, I guess. All right, so we have and then on every one we have a crash. So 1, 1, and a 2E, and a 3, and a 4E. 4E! I can't count that in play, so. Okay, so then we have a fill later on, and I think it's the 8th measure. Yeah, so that one I can't really hear too much what's going on in the song, so it's a bit guessy on this one. We have 1, 2, 4E and a 1. So we have a 3E and a 4E and it's mostly a snare. You know, let me slow it down. I did record this, but now I don't remember what I did, so let's put it down about 30%. Oh, score, let's do this. Bam! That's it. That didn't work. All right, so this drum score, that is not drum notation, so we're not using that. I know I threw some toms in there, so I think it's 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 1. That's that. The other fill, which I actually remember better. The other thing too is I think I recorded this over top of the other beat. And so some extra stuff ended up in there, which is how we get all this. Anyway, we got the tom in there. 3E and a 4E and a on the snare with some kick and some tom. Just whatever salt to taste. This one's fun. Okay, so in the 17th measure. I love that. And a 2E and a 1E 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 and a 2E and a. Anyway, so that's drums. Easy enough, right? So I can't play that on the drums, or I might be able to if I practice for a month. As far as the bass, okay, I took a lot of liberties here on this bass. So that distortion, I'm pretty sure is coming from the compressor. Alright, that doesn't sound good. I don't know why that's distorted. It shouldn't be. What do we have on here? Clip distortion. But the clip distortion is off, so I hope I've not killed a speaker. I don't know, it's coming out of both. Alright, so it's recorded in there. I don't know where that came from. But as far as patterns and stuff, so I was using just basic, you know, the riff from the song, and then I don't actually know the bass line. I did stuff. So we have C, then G, then A, And so I did a couple of different things. I had a little pull off, which is that riff from the guitar. And then the little octave fifth thing that you can do. And you can do this pretty much like anytime you want. Anyway, so I'm not the greatest bassist in the world. And I think in one fill, like I went nuts. I kind of got lost and I just worked my way back. I did that little fill. And I just played stuff to get back. But the main thing is like the rhythm is there. And then you can't even hear the bass in the song. I mean, I can't hear it. But as far as the plugin, it's just, I have a plugin for the bass, but I just used Logic's Fat Squasher right in there, clean bass. So I played that. I mean, the only instrument that wasn't a real instrument was the drums, which played on the keyboard. As for the guitar, all right, so on the rhythm guitar, I used, my fan's going nuts. So on the rhythm guitar, I used this program, Studio Devil. And I guess Bright Blues was the setting, but this to me is worth it. It's like $99 or $125 or something like that. It to me it sounds so very much better than Logic's plugins. So here's this Bright Blue setting. The American Clean I think is a twin reverb. I actually have a twin reverb amp from '76, and it was restored to blackface, and it's amazing. You might wonder, well, why in the heck didn't I use that? Basically just convenience. So I like to use these plugins. But you know, it doesn't sound great. So as far as the bus, I always bust my reverbs. I don't put reverbs on the channels anymore. And I think this, I don't know how, oh, bus 9, here we go. So this is just what came up. I didn't change it. I basically just didn't care. But when you're busting reverb out, you always want to put it on 100% wet. Because otherwise you don't get, it just doesn't make any sense. So if you have it on 100% wet, which I do, then the amount of reverb is based on the volume that you've put the bus at. The volume bus level? I don't know what that's called. The next one, I didn't use this rhythm here. I thought I might need to thicken it up, but I didn't. So lead 2, this is the black guitar. This is my LTD, which is a super great guitar if you want to play lots of thick, chunky stuff. There's no tone in that guitar anywhere. But when you're using direct in, like, you can't hear it anyway. Alright, cool. So on this one, I'm using bridge pickup. So bridge pickup on my LTD, which is like it's like Les Paul, I guess, in the shape and even in the tone as well. And then the other guitar, Guitar 1, was this guy here. This is an okay guitar. This is the Ibanez SA series. And it doesn't sound like a whole lot, which I kind of don't like. Kind of bugs me. But I've got this Cool Rails pickup. No, it's a Hot Rails. Sorry. So I got this Hot Rails pickup, which has a kind of single coil sound, but you don't get the buzzing, because it's actually a humbucker. I'm sure that I've wired these all wrong. You notice the middle one's missing. After trying to figure out how to wire this push-pull pot with the incorrect color scheme, because you can't get the right color scheme for these on the internet, for the wiring diagram, I basically just gave up. So this is supposed to split to a single coil. It doesn't. And then also, I realized I don't want it to. So the Dirty Fingers as well doesn't really sound like a whole lot. But for whatever reason, this guitar just doesn't sound like anything. It's mahogany. I don't know if it's not thick enough. It's not heavy enough. But man, this neck is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And both my Strats are out of commission right now, so I play that. Now I've got a road worn Strat with a bad neck. If anyone wants to buy that from me, that one would probably sound a bit better. Oh yeah, so I was using the bridge pickup. No, neck pickup on the Ibanez, which is the single coil, and that sounds like this. So I mean, like, I don't know, like if you're going DI, you're not really gonna hear the difference, but I mean, it's there. You could almost say that that's just tone knobs. But anyway, played together, I think it sounds a lot better. Oh, my computer's pissed. Just a little bit of pan left and right. Oh, by the way, I do have the drums bust out into both a large room and a drum room. So I keep forgetting that I'm not recording this through my computer, but through this microphone. There's probably no way you can hear this. But anyway. So there's a lot of room in Simple Man. You can hear it when the drums break down in one of the little fills. So I decided to give it a whole bunch of room. So, all right. Anyway, so that's what I did with this tune. So hopefully you are also on your way to the tutorial to learn how to play these tunes, and we'll talk a little bit more about the tones and how I got them for each guitar there. But that's less computer stuff and more, finger, just technique, hand technique. So, all right, enjoy it.